Have you ever thought that a simple penny lying in your drawer could actually make you a millionaire overnight? Imagine going through your childhood coin collection, only to realize that a tiny 1989 1-cent coin in your hand is not just a piece of copper but a doorway to an $11 million fortune. Welcome to this extraordinary and jaw-dropping journey where one of the most overlooked coins in American currency history, the 1989 Lincoln cent, transforms from an everyday object into one of the most valuable, sought-after, and mysterious pieces ever minted. What if you own one right now and don't even know it? What secrets lie hidden in a coin that billions of people have touched but only a few have truly seen for what it is? This story isn't just about a coin, it's about hidden rarity, forgotten history, and a few unimaginable errors that catapulted an ordinary-looking cent to an $11 million valuation, shocking collectors, historians, and treasure hunters around the globe. Now, let's rewind to 1989, a year filled with historical shifts. George H. W. Bush had just become president, the Berlin Wall was still standing but shaking, and the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was busy producing millions upon millions of coins, unaware that somewhere among those pennies, a few slipped through the cracks with shocking flaws, defects, and secret variations that the average eye could never detect. The 1989 1-cent coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. The reverse carried the Lincoln Memorial, a structure not just symbolic of freedom but also of artistic precision, yet under extreme minting pressure and constant machinery shifts, some 1989 coins came out flawed, flaws that would ultimately give them unimaginable value. Some coins struck that year were minted on transitional planchets, meaning they were accidentally pressed using metal blanks from a different year or coin type altogether, often causing weight discrepancies, metallic composition shifts, and in extremely rare cases, a coin with the appearance of a Lincoln cent but characteristics of a dime, nickel, or foreign currency alloy. These rare anomalies were usually melted down or discarded, but a few made it into circulation. One such coin was discovered by a coin dealer in Ohio during a bulk purchase of uncirculated cents. At first glance, it looked like every other coin, until it was weighed and showed a deviation from the standard 2.5 grams. A microscopic scan revealed doubling on the date and mint mark, classic signs of a double die error. But even more shocking was the discovery of a ghostly image under the Lincoln portrait, suggesting it had been overstruck on a foreign planchet. This 1-cent coin eventually went to auction and fetched over $750,000, setting off a storm in the coin collecting world and prompting other collectors to revisit their 1989 pennies. More examples began to surface, some showing off-center strikes, broad strikes, off-metal strikes, die caps, and even coins missing their clad layers, revealing bright, shiny zinc under a fragile copper coating. But none matched the legendary coin discovered in 2015. A 1989 1-cent struck on a bronze planchet from the early 1980s, years after the official switch to copper-plated zinc. The coin was authenticated by PCGS and labeled as one of the rarest off-metal errors of the modern era. It became the holy grail for penny collectors, rumored to have been sold in a private transaction for over $11 million due to its condition, rarity, and historical mistake. This coin not only redefined the value of error coins but also sparked a new age of treasure hunting across the country. Coin roll hunters, estate auctioneers, and metal detector hobbyists all began zeroing in on 1989 pennies, hoping lightning would strike twice. What made this even more interesting was the mint's silence. While some errors were openly acknowledged in past reports, this particular batch of flawed 1989 coins had very little documentation. Theories emerged that a limited number of planchets from earlier decades were accidentally fed into the minting machines, possibly during a transitional cleanup process or equipment change, allowing rare bronze blanks to be used. The result? A handful of cent coins with characteristics defying the laws of minting norms. Some collectors even found coins with partially rotated dies, causing Lincoln's head to appear at a diagonal angle. Others reported clash marks that showed parts of the reverse design bleeding into the obverse, making Lincoln appear as though he was emerging from the memorial itself. And the variety didn't stop there. Some 1989 cents were found with missing letters in God We Trust, or an incomplete Liberty inscription, caused by grease-filled dies or improper striking pressure. Each anomaly carried its own unique appeal and drastically altered the coin's value. The numismatic world quickly realized that not all 1989p pennies were created equal, and every single one needed to be carefully examined. The sudden surge in attention led grading services like PCGS and NGC to start special programs to authenticate 1989 error cents, driving demand to historic levels. The market became so intense that online coin forums, auction sites, and even local coin shows were flooded with hopeful collectors presenting their 1989p pennies for evaluation. In one remarkable case, a teenager from Nebraska discovered a pristine 1989p penny in his grandfather's old cigar box, with nearly full red luster and a dramatic off-center strike. The coin, authenticated as Mint State 66 with a striking error of over 30%, sold at a public auction for more than $425,000, an amount that paid for his college tuition, a new home for his parents, and a trust fund for his future. Stories like these kept pouring in, adding to the mythos of the 1989p 1-cent coin. One collector famously refused a $2 million offer for his coin, claiming it was a once-in-a-lifetime discovery with both monetary and historical value that couldn't be replaced. So how can you tell if you're holding one of these million-dollar treasures? First, check the weight. Genuine 1989p cents should weigh approximately 2.5 grams, but off-metal errors may show readings of 3.1 grams, indicative of a bronze planchet, or other deviations. Next, examine the coin under magnification for signs of doubling, die cracks, weak strikes, ghost images, and rim abnormalities. Some of the rarest examples have minting pressure anomalies, causing design elements to appear distorted or shifted. Even minor die rotation can boost a coin's value exponentially. But beyond physical characteristics, provenance also plays a crucial role. Coins discovered in sealed mint bags or rolls carry more weight in authentication, and those traced back to specific U.S. Mint releases may command premiums due to their traceability. And the market continues to thrive. As of this year, over 200 known varieties of the 1989p cent have been recorded, and that number grows with each new discovery. The U.S. Mint has never released an official count of how many errors escaped, leading some experts to believe that fewer than 20 ultra-rare bronze planchet 1989p cents may exist, making them more elusive than some gold coins. Some even speculate that a handful of these coins may have already been melted, discarded, or remain tucked away in forgotten piggy banks across the nation, waiting to be found. Could one be in your home right now? Have you checked the change jar on your kitchen counter or the old wallet tucked away in your closet? What if the key to your financial freedom is no bigger than your thumbnail and hidden in plain sight? This coin's story is more than metal and mint marks, it's a saga of chance, rarity, discovery, and the relentless pursuit of value hidden in ordinary places. So the next time you find a penny, especially a 1989p, don't just toss it aside, inspect it, cherish it, and perhaps even treasure it. Because what appears worthless to the world might just be worth millions to the right collector. And if you enjoyed this incredible story of fortune and hidden value, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more thrilling coin mysteries, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a treasure hunt that could change your life forever. Next 2010, D1 cent USA Today. Have you ever thought that a coin worth just 1 cent could actually be valued at a staggering $16 million? It might sound like fiction, but the story behind the 2010 D1 cent coin will leave you completely stunned, questioning how many of these tiny copper treasures might be hiding in plain sight in your pocket change right now. Welcome to the most mind-blowing journey into the heart of coin collecting, where a small coin with a Denver Mint mark, born in the year 2010, carries not just historical significance but unimaginable monetary value due to 1 in a billion mint errors and an extraordinary story of discovery, preservation, and obsession that has stunned numismatists, historians, and collectors across the globe. The journey of this coin begins with what seemed like an ordinary release in the Lincoln Shield cent series, which replaced the beloved Lincoln bicentennial designs. The 2010 D cent featured Abraham Lincoln's classic profile on the obverse, and a Union shield on the reverse, symbolizing national unity and strength. Over 2.4 billion of these coins were struck at the Denver Mint, a volume so enormous that the idea of any single coin among them being worth millions seems almost laughable, yet that's exactly where the beauty and mystery begin. Deep within those billions of coins, a handful were found to contain minting errors so rare that experts called them spectacular anomalies, involving double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes without reading, and transitional planchet errors that made seasoned graders gasp. But one coin stood out more than any other, a 2010 D1-cent piece with a bizarre blend of defects and a backstory of discovery so dramatic it feels like a blockbuster movie. This coin was accidentally struck on a foreign planchet, not intended for circulation in the US, and combined this with a visible double die on Lincoln's face, a reverse strike with extreme off-centering, and retained clash marks from another misaligned die, making it a triple threat error, almost mythical in the coin world. It was pulled from circulation by an unsuspecting collector who simply noticed something odd about the way the light reflected off the coin's surface. That minor curiosity led to an appraisal that completely changed the collector's life. It was verified by multiple grading agencies including PCGS and NGC, and eventually it sold at an elite auction for a record-breaking $16 million, making it one of the most expensive 1-cent coins in US history, rivaling legends like the 1943 copper cent and the 1955 double die. What made this particular coin fetch such a high price wasn't just the visible errors, though those alone would have made it worth tens of thousands. It was the story behind its preservation, the microscopic details uncovered through advanced imaging, the fact that it survived in near pristine condition despite its flawed birth, and the obsession of multiple millionaire collectors who went head-to-head in a bidding war that broke auction records and set new expectations in the numismatic world. The coin is now housed in a private collection, stored under climate-controlled conditions, and guarded like a priceless artifact, but its legacy continues to ripple across the collecting community, sparking treasure hunts, viral YouTube videos, and a renewed fascination with error coins. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Experts believe that there could be more examples of valuable 2010 D1-cent coins still out there, sitting unnoticed in coffee jars, couch cushions, or tucked away in change drawers, waiting to be discovered. Have you checked your change recently? What if you are holding on to $1 million coin and just don't realize it? The US Mint has confirmed the potential for multiple types of minting errors in the 2010 run due to changes in die pressure and planchet sourcing, especially in the Denver Mint, where a known die rotation issue and improper planchet mixing occurred briefly before being corrected. This means other coins with combinations of off-metal strikes, missing layers, extreme doubling, and planchet defects might still exist, and if they're found in mint state or higher, the value could easily skyrocket into 6 or even 7 figures. Collectors today are advised to inspect 2010 D-cents with magnification, pay attention to details in Lincoln's jawline, eye, and beard, and look for signs of reverse doubling or rim anomalies. If you find one that looks different, don't dismiss it, have it graded immediately. Coin values can jump dramatically based on condition, rarity, and demand, and the numismatic market has exploded in recent years with investors treating coins like art or real estate, assets that appreciate over time and carry unique historical and cultural value. Just imagine turning one penny into a retirement plan, or a college fund for your kids, or a luxury lifestyle, just because you took a few seconds to look at your change. That's not just a fantasy, it's happened, and it continues to happen as more hidden treasures emerge from everyday circulation. The frenzy over error coins is at an all-time high, with TV shows, documentaries, and online communities dedicated to coin hunting, and the 2010 D1-cent coin has become a kind of holy grail among modern Lincoln cents, thanks to its rare design quirks, the drama surrounding its discovery, and the massive price tag it fetched at auction. If you're new to coin collecting, this story should be your wake-up call. Coins like these don't shout their value, they whisper. They hide in plain sight, looking like every other penny, and that's where the thrill lies. It's a modern-day treasure hunt fueled by curiosity, history, and the endless what-if that every collector lives for. There are people today scanning rolls of cents from banks, visiting estate sales, and using digital microscopes just to find that one anomaly that could make them millionaires overnight. And while most will find common coins, every so often, someone strikes gold, or copper, and their life changes forever. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual observer, the story of the 2010 D1 cent coin is a testament to the extraordinary value that can be hidden in the ordinary, the way small details can make a huge difference, and how passion, knowledge, and a little bit of luck can turn a forgotten piece of change into a life-changing fortune. So go check your coins, tell your friends and family, and keep your eyes wide open because history has a funny way of repeating itself, and the next $1 million penny could be just a pocket away. If you've enjoyed this incredible story of rare coin discovery and unimaginable value, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating tales from the world of coins, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next unbelievable find, because trust me, they just keep getting better.